Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Transatlantic Ed-Pp05-AL. This is a pull plate with cylindrical hole in an aluminum finish. Okay, this is an exit device trim. This is trim for an exit device, specifically their ED501 exit device. This is going to work great on. My clients here in Chicago love this pull. Why? Because it's very inexpensive and it's very effective. Doesn't give a lot for a vandal to really try to vandalize the door, but still is very effective at allowing the client to use their door. It is non-handed and can be installed for either left-hand reverse or right-hand reverse applications. It's heavy, weighs about 1 pound, and it is made of steel. I'm going to say that that has a powder-coated type finish on it. It is going to include 2 carriage bolts with nuts. I'm going to say that those are 1/4-20. Those carriage bolts will be presented on the exterior, and because they're a carriage bolt, they'll have a square feature to the underside of the head. Those 2 holes will go through the door and then into the plate of the head case where there would be the 4 mounting holes, and 2 of them will receive those carriage bolts, bolting it through the door. Obviously, a rim cylinder would need to be supplied with this separately, where you'll have the rim cylinder. You'll drill that through the door, install the rim cylinder with its small retaining plate and then the 2 screws. You might also purchase a cup separately. It's a circular piece of metal where you can physically bolt the rim cylinder down to the trim itself, and the entire unit goes onto the door, which is frankly the way that you would need the cylinder to be supplied, and we can supply you with that version as well if you have a 2 1/8 inch hole through the door. So if you don't have a hole drilled, you'll buy a rim cylinder separately, then you will drill the holes appropriately. If you've already got a 2 1/8 inch hole, reach out to us. You'll need an additional piece of hardware. Okay, this is going to be available, of course, in the aluminum finish and then the dark bronze finish as well. You'll change that AL on the part number to DU. Overall height of the plate, about 7 5/16. Overall width, about 3.5. The projection from the face of the door to the trim, pull I should say, is about 1 3/8. There is a link below this video called Dimensional Sketch, and it's really just a hand sketch, thankfully provided by Transatlantic, giving you some important dimensional properties. It is 1 1/4 inch diameter hole that's in the plate, so about 1 1/8 inch from the one side should get you over to 2 3/8, and that is indeed the case. And that 1 1/4 inch is common and typical for rim cylinder installations. Okay, we sell these all the time. Again, inexpensive, effective. It's going to work every time. Knobs, not so common. Levers, vandalized a lot, and those trims are a lot more money than this. The only other thing that you could do is Transatlantic has an incredibly small cylinder pull that would be only about that big and stick off the face of the door, just enough to get a finger under to pull the door open. So you can use that, or if the other option that you might consider is an exit device where you have a rim cylinder through the door because you do need to get through it, and then just the cheapest pull handle that's surface mounted you can find, because if vandalism is the thing that's crucial to you preventing, someone grabs that pull handle and rips it off the door, it doesn't really matter. It's intended to be torn off, but would still obviously be up to the task of daily typical sorts of use. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Transatlantic products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to Transatlantic for a couple of reasons. Number one, their product line is simple and straightforward. It's going to consist of many things, but the summary of Transatlantic for me are hinges, door closers, exit devices, and lock sets. If you're a contractor or a subcontractor, someone who gets involved in installing doors or supplying and installing, you're going to really enjoy Transatlantic because of the confluence of high quality and value. You're going to be able to supply your client material that will be up to the task, but will still be very economical. And that's why I'm partial to them. If you have any questions on the Transatlantic, their part number Ed-Pp05-AL, double winged pull, or any other Transatlantic product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.